The house is quiet again. It gets quiet like this after sunset, when even the old pipes seem tired of speaking. I'm recording this low, almost whispering, because the walls still carry sound the way they always did. I don't want to wake anything up. Not memories. Not grief. Not the echo of her voice that still moves through these rooms when I'm not careful. My name is Michael, and I'm 74 years old. I've lived in this house for 41 of those years. Longer than I lived anywhere else. Longer than I lived anywhere before her. The house still knows her name. I don't say it out loud much anymore, but the floorboards do. The door frames do. The light switch by the hallway still clicks the way she liked it to. Firm. Like it meant something. At night, when my breathing slows and the ache in my chest reminds me I don't have unlimited time left, I notice things I ignored for decades. A scuff on the wall from where she dragged a chair too close to the window. A crack in the tile she said we'd fix one day. The way people say things when they think days are endless. I used to believe silence meant peace. Now I know it just means there's no one left to interrupt your thoughts. I didn't come here to explain anything. I don't even know who will hear this. I only know that the house remembers, and I don't trust my own memory the way I used to. So I'm leaving this here, quietly, like a confession said into a room that already knows the truth. When she first moved in, she stood in the doorway and said my name out loud, just to see how it sounded inside the walls. She smiled after, like the house had answered back. I didn't notice then. I noticed now. We weren't young when we bought this place. That part always surprises people. They imagine first homes full of youth and noise and ambition. We were already tired in small ways. Careful with money. Careful with hope. She walked through the room slowly, touching things as if they might disappear if she didn't. The kitchen sink. The window latches. The narrow stairs that creaked like they were thinking before every step. She said the house felt listening. I laughed. I was always quicker to laugh than to listen. Life filled the space the way it does when you're busy surviving it. Mornings rushed, evenings half spent, meals eaten while standing, conversations paused and never resumed. We learned each other in fragments, in grocery lists, in shared glances across a room when something went unsaid but understood, or so I thought. There are memories that don't soften with time. They sharpen, like the night she called my name from the bedroom, and I answered without getting up, or the way she would say my name differently when she was tired, stretching the first syllable like she was asking for something she didn't want to explain. The house heard all of it, every version of my name, every version of hers. After she got sick, the rooms changed without moving. The hallway felt longer. The bathroom light stayed on more often. I learned how to sit still in a chair for hours, listening to someone breathe, pretending that attention was the same as understanding. She used my name more then. Not loudly, not dramatically, just often. I thought that meant I had time. When she died, the house didn't react the way I expected. No sudden collapse, no dramatic silence, just a slow withdrawal, like it was holding its breath. Her name still slipped out of my mouth for months, sometimes years. When I dropped something, when I woke up from a dream that didn't finish, the house caught it every time. There's a sound the house makes in the early morning, right before light reaches the hallway, a soft settling, like it's adjusting its weight. That's usually when I wake up now. I sit at the edge of the bed, feet on the cold floor, and wait for the day to remember me back. My body complains. My hands don't do what I ask them to right away. My name feels heavier in my mouth than it used to. I pass rooms that still expect her. The chair by the window that never quite faces the right direction anymore. The drawer that still smells faintly like her soap, though I haven't opened it in years. I misunderstood waiting. I thought it was patience. I thought it was loyalty. I thought silence was a kind of protection. But waiting has a cost that doesn't arrive all at once. It spreads itself thin over decades until you don't recognize what's missing, only that something feels unfinished. There were things she said that I answered later, in my head, when it didn't matter. There were moments I thought I'd return to, conversations I assumed would still be available when I was less tired, less distracted, less sure I had forever. The house was there for all of it. It watched me walk past doors instead of opening them. It learned the sound of hesitation better than it ever learned joy. Now, when I say her name out loud, it doesn't echo the same way. It settles, like dust, like something finally being placed down after a long time of carrying it. I don't feel dramatic about this, just honest. This is what remains when urgency runs out before understanding does. I'm still here. The house is still here, and it remembers more clearly than I ever did. I don't know how much longer I'll wake up to that early morning sound. My doctor uses careful language. I've learned to do the same. Sometimes I sit in the dark and let the house say nothing. No footsteps, no names, just the quiet that comes after a life has finished speaking. Her name still lives here, in the walls, in the pauses, in the way I hesitate before answering questions no one is asking anymore. I'll stop now. If you want, you can sit with this for a moment, or leave a thought behind, or just stay quiet with me a little longer. That's enough.